I'm Preston Foster, coming your way with another episode of Waterfront.
Everybody, CT Hippo here. You're probably wondering what the hell that intro was at the beginning of this video, and I got a little interesting story to tell you tonight. So yesterday, Scott and I went paddling, as we do pretty much every week these days. Felt like just going on Bellingham Bay. There's an old tugboat that's been sitting out there for a while, hanging on the anchor I wanted to take a look at, and there's also about a 40-foot sailboat that had been washed ashore in the last storm I wanted to poke at, and just an excuse to go out and paddle around the bay. We've been going to Everett and Deception Pass and so on and so forth recently, so thought we'd do a little local trip for a change. And went out, did a couple laps around the tugboat. I don't know, it's a tugboat, old tugboat. And the trip back was pretty nautical. Got some nice waves in the face and had a lot of fun with that, and poked around the sailboat, and came home and kind of crashed and wore myself out yesterday. And so I got working on the video tonight, and I'm like, well, hey, I'll see if I can come up with anything on the tug. Maybe I can find some old pictures of it or something. It looks like it was, 40s, 50s vintage. Didn't think a whole lot of it. And there was no name on her, but there was a life ring that said Shelter Island. Okay, well, that's common from write the name of the boat on the life rings. That way when it sinks, you know what boat you lost. And so I punched that into Google and found myself on a kind of interesting little trip. So the first thing that came up was a series of YouTube videos by a user that goes by, I'm not even going to pronounce this, AXUHEA. I'll put a link, down below, video description, so you can find it and check them out. And this person had a bunch of short little videos of from on board the vessel during what looks to have been a trip possibly up to Bellingham. And video description said that she was built in 1926, and that at one point she had been called the Highland Navigator or the Cheryl Ann. Some of the information in the video description turned out to not be entirely correct, but it was a start. So, did some more poking around and some Google foo, and put together kind of an interesting history on her. So she was originally built in 1926 by the William Mueller Yard in Wilmington, California, as the Highland Navigator. She's 87 feet long, 22-foot beam, draws 12 feet of water, has a single General Motors 12567 diesel engine producing 1,080 horsepower. Don't know a whole lot about her operational history, but figure out what year I wrote down here. In 1954, she made it onto the small screen. She was renamed the Cheryl Ann and used quite a bit in the show Waterfront, which ran from 1954 to 56. You can find episodes of it on YouTube. It's kind of interesting to see how far TV's come. And what you saw in the beginning of the video was the intro to that show featuring this very vessel. Sometime after that, after the show ended, she was renamed the Shelter Island. Sorry, brain went south there for a minute. And again, I really don't know what her history was. In 2008, she was for sale for $97,000. I don't know if she sold. I don't know, again, exactly how she ended up here. The videos on that YouTube channel that I mentioned were from, I believe, 2013. The Google Maps satellite imagery indicates that she arrived in Bellingham sometime between July of 2015 and March of 2016. And she's been hanging on the hook there ever since. So, kind of a neat old boat, a lot older than I thought she was. Didn't go aboard her, just kind of paddled around a couple times. I don't know if she's actively being worked on or not. I didn't see a lot of evidence of that. Her hull's in pretty poor shape. And, but still, it was a cool piece of history to find here in Bellingham. And, you know, from the outside, it just looked like a rundown tugboat, and turned out she had quite the story to tell. And it's neat to be able to pass that on to you. So, we also played in the waves. Like I said, it was a little nautical coming back, and poked around the hull of the sailboat. And you'll be seeing video of that here in this video as well. And I just said video twice in 10 seconds. No, 3 times. I'm going to knock that off. Anyway, until next time, we'll see you around.